Welcome back, Sacred Site Oracles. We are in one of the most powerful portals of the year, the Lion's Gate. And maybe you have felt it. You have felt it too this year. Things feel different. And it's been so interesting because already last year, I was going through a very personal shift and it felt very different. And this year, I coming to the conclusion that last year was a lot of personal rewiring, transformation, and this year it's going to be collective. And so whereas everybody might still talk about abundance, manifestation, dare to dream big, which is all true, but it doesn't happen in the higher planes. It happens very tangibly in our lives and moving and feeling all the contractions that come with it in order for us to allow the cracks for more light to come in. And so this episode is going to be a transmission, and you can also see behind me, we're going to be traveling to Uluru, and I'll tell you in a moment how that came to be, because actually it wasn't planned. I was planning on journeying with the Sphinx, which I have an older episode about from another Lion's Gate that you can also listen to. But today, not. Today we have different codes coming in. But so let's dwell for a little moment on what the Lion's Gate actually is. And we are in this pivotal time, and specifically in Egypt, that was venerated, that was celebrated big time as the coming back of the Great Mother and fertility. So that happened after a time where Sirius, that is also associated with Isis, wasn't visible from the earth. And she went into the underworld for 70 days. Now, there is a myth behind that where Osiris was cut in 14 pieces by his brother Seth, which is it's an archetype. So we're speaking about deities, but in Egypt, the netter are always principles that are alive within us. And Isis, Sabdat, Sirius, ventures for 70 days. She roams the entire earth to go look for her husband, the pieces of her husband, and put him back together again. And so when she has got all the pieces together, the last one is the phallus, and with her unconditional love and the magic, the Heka that she is a master of, she makes love to him and transforms this dead being into a resurrected son of man. So there's a lot here, but seeing the myth, the story. And myth is never just myth, right? You know that now if you have been around for a while. Is mirrored by celestial happenings. And that is a time when back, thousands of years back, when the heliacal rise, so Sirius rising before the sun, being visible with the eye from the earth, coincided with the flooding of the Nile, the fertility coming back, life coming back, creation coming back. And that happened at the time of the early August days, let's put it like that. So Lion's Gate 8/8. So this year, it was a little earlier. It was about, by the time that you're listening to this, it's been about a week in Egypt. And so depending on where you are on the earth and depending on where you live, you might have a different date for when that heliacal rise is happening. So that's the story, right? And if we take that into what is happening now, I feel this is very much this collective, like, cracking open to deeper truths. Like, there are so many systems and structures that are breaking down, things that no longer work simply because they're not protected by the truth. They're no longer withholding the truth. And now we have the lion element. We have Sekhmet as this fierce guardian. And she's not that bloodlusty. Well, she is, but she's not only that bloodlusty creature. When and why this is happening is because she is a guardian of Ma'at. And Ma'at is divine order, divine balance. So whenever things fall out of that divine balance, which, I mean, look around, she comes in and she rips everything apart that does not withhold the truth. So things burn down, quite literally as well. Also right now with all the wildfires around, to create fertile soil again and to be able to have the chance to see, to break through the illusions and break free from the illusions that we might have built personally or also collectively as a community, as humanity, as constructs that make us believe that we are safe, we're held, we are comforted in it. And so if this is no longer alignment with source, with your truest essence and power, the tower needs to crumble. So yeah, we can rebuild again. And within a society that has forgotten how to grieve, that has forgotten how to steward death processes, it comes with a lot of contraction. And I'm not necessarily saying that as a bad thing. I mean, we are humans, we have emotions, and we are going through that emotion. So I just want to give you a little bit of an anchor or a marker that what is happening right now, even if it feels highly, highly uncomfortable, I am standing in so much confidence that this is needed in order to move through into the next cycle. So that's where we're at, right? Very different Lionsgate. It's not all just like rosy and, hey, let's create abundance. Yes, but in order to do that, things need to die first. And so we also get a chance and an opportunity to look at our own lives and like pick up the pieces. I was just having a conversation with a friend over the weekend, and I asked her, like, what do you need? And she's like, I need clarity. And I replied, well, I understand. And at the same time, looking at your life situation, this is not the stage that you're in. Like your tower has crumbled. And your task right now is to pick up the bricks, to pick up each stone, look at it and say like, oh, is this something that I will need for the next tower to build? You're not even in the building phase yet. You're discerning, like, do I need that? Is that still part of the foundation that I want to build? If yes, okay, put it on one stack. If not, toss it one by one. And once this is done, then the focus can go onto like the clarity and the vision again. Okay, so this morning, I was actually like still more kind of like nighttime. Uluru came in and had a message for me, had an activation. And you know, when you're in that state where you're like not awake, but you're also not really asleep, and you're like, oh, whoa, wait, this is important. Like, pay attention. Okay, keep your state of consciousness in a way that you can receive. So I received a very powerful activation. And for those of you who might not be familiar with that, Uluru also is the Solar Plexus Chakra of the Earth. So this chakra is a collective stargate that transmits, receives, alchemizes energy for Gaia, for humanity. So immediately I knew that, yes, of course, we can come with this personal with the personal layer of like allowing it to rewire my I am power. But I knew that this was different, like that this was really something that needed to be shared. And so that's why this episode is not about the Sphinx, it's not about Egypt, it's about Uluru, and it's about a rewiring of our collective I am. And I think that this is very needed. So that's where we're going to be journeying today. And if you are in a space where you can receive this powerful energy transmission, then please go ahead. If not, I invite you to pause the video or the audio and come back when you are fully ready to receive, especially when you're driving, because I just want to make sure that you are safe. And before we start, I want to take a moment and address you directly, because the reason why these places, these sacred places, are speaking to us so loudly right now is because the earth is calling her stewards, her priestesses, her druids, her wise men and women, medicine men and women back into service. And I know you are feeling this because you're here, you're listening to this podcast. So think of everything you have experienced in your life as preparation for what is happening right now and how we as a collective, awakened human beings and species, stand for truth, integrity, and oneness overall. So places that are calling you, sacred sites, that wake you up in the middle of the night and start speaking to you, literally just like it happened to me last night, are those mirrors of consciousness, those mirrors of soul and energetic architecture that are, transmitters within a field of a living organism that you and I and we are part of. So if you're feeling this, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And it's for this reason also that I created the Sacred Site Oracle Quiz that is giving you a deeper understanding of how the earth is already communicating with you. And we can remember that, right? And which sacred places are most aligned with your soul's path of remembrance and also the collective. So there's different types, different archetypes for an earth listener. For example, Uluru, this ancient monolith, is never just a landmark. It's this living frequency consciousness, a place where the earth speaks through silence, the stone, the colors of the earth, and also that deep, deep presence. So every step, whether you are journeying in person or like we are going to be doing in a minute, becomes a living conversation with the land itself. And a lineage walker, on the other hand, might feel something very different. So it might be more prevalent to connect with the ancestral lines, with the song lines, the ley lines that are whispering tales from times past, carrying forward quantum leaps for ancient future timelines. So it's like this transitioning point where we can come into coherence with the earth again. So find out which sacred site oracle type speaks most through you. And if you've never taken the quiz, you'll find the link in the show notes. But now let's begin. We spend years trying to heal ourselves, find our purpose, and create meaningful work, how to build families, businesses, and communities. Yet almost no one teaches us that the reality from which all of this emerges is built from an invisible architecture, where you are the one cultivating a strong energetic field from which life itself emerges. Before building a family, before you lead a community, before you hold space for another human being. Now, the ancient temple schools understood this. They did not simply train healers. They cultivated priestesses and priests whose presence brought coherence wherever they walked. Oracles who understood the language of energy as intimately as the language of the body. Wise ones who knew that every thought, every emotion, every relationship, every sacred space is part of one living field and organism. Now, that wisdom isn't ancient history. It's exactly what our crumbling matrix world is asking you to remember. Magdalene Starfire Healing is your initiation into that lineage of serpent healers of light, of oracles, of priestesses. You will not simply learn an energy healing modality, but understand the energetic architecture of your own presence, of your body, your field, to refine your intuition, your psychic abilities and gifts, and to awaken the intelligence of your light body technology, to consciously create the field from which your life, your relationships, and your work will naturally flourish. Because the future won't be shaped by people who know the most. It will be shaped by the ones capable of holding frequency, whose presence brings another back to remember their own divine blueprint and creatrix. You are gifted, and your gifts are not asking for more proof. They're asking to be lived. The temple doors for Magdalene Starfire Healing Level 1 are open now. We begin on the 8th of August for 7 weeks, the initiation into the temple of the white flame of truth and discernment. I would be honored to welcome you into the temple of the Magdalene. Click the link below or scan the code and sign up today. I am inviting you to find a comfortable seat. Take a couple of deep breaths. And allow your breath to become the anchor. Become the anchor of your consciousness. The anchor of your I am power and the soul frequency to speak to you and through you. And if you want to place one hand over your solar plexus very gently to cup it, to feel the warmth, you can do that. Connecting with the seat of your inner lioness archetype. All that which internally and externally forms who you are, informs who you are, whether this is self-created identities, outer projections, and inviting you to widen and open that spinning coin of duality within your body, seeing it and becoming alive as this beautiful bright yellow golden wheel that is spinning clockwise and counterclockwise, creating opening, creating a vortex of energy, of frequency that is absorbing, receiving, and also sending out information, exchanging that with your environment. So focusing on the spiral, focusing on that vortex as a horizontal column in your body that is connecting the front with the back and reaching further and further into your field, to the front and the back, and creating a beautiful orb that connects in with your entire rainbow light body. Seeing, sensing, and feeling yourself in this beautiful rainbow yoni shape, the sacred geometry of the inner eye of the Vesica Pisces, where your Merkaba also starts to form around your body, spinning into directions, clockwise and counterclockwise, starting to spin faster and faster and faster, lifting you up, allowing your body to experience weightlessness, transcending through the limitations of the physical body as you start lifting up and your consciousness lifts. Being transported through different layers of the celestial realms, crossing the different dimensions of sacred geometry, the stratosphere and the layers of the earth, lifting up through dimensions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then traversing through a tunnel of light, also in the speed of light, that is bringing you out on the other side of the world. And that is bringing you to the base of Uluru. Placing your feet on the ground, sensing the desert landscape, sensing the dry grass and the little pebbles onto the soles of your feet as your feet illuminate and become a living map, become alive with this blueprint that is clicking in with the ley lines surrounding this sacred indigenous mountain, this ancient monolith that functions as a table, as a sun disk, as a reflector for solar energy on this planet. So feeling the energy run through the soles of your feet as you are grounding yourself into this new environment. Feeling the sun, the heat of the sun, the temperature on your body, the temperature of the ground. Feeling a soft breeze of air touching the hairs on your arms. Hearing the sounds of this territory landscape, the cicadas, the insects, a bee humming. And as you open your eyes, your inner eye, this magnificent radiance of Uluru greets you. And immediately you see beyond the stone formation. You can literally see how the frequency is radiating in different shades, from the deepest red of the earth and orange into the brightest colors of yellow, white, diamond light, radiating. And you feel drawn by the presence of it to come closer. So you take a couple of steps and you become aware that in the periphery of both of your eyes, there are a myriad of different people of all colors and cultures, different indigenous tribes, medicine woman, medicine man, people, your tribe, elders and children at the same time have gathered, men and women have come to join forces, to join hands, and to receive and amplify the medicine of this beautiful sacred site and medicine stone itself. And you find yourself smiling as you have not expected that, but knowing that like attracts like. You recognize that you are never alone. You never were in your mission, in your purpose, in your quest to steward the earth into a new timeline. A timeline that you came here to co-create. And so you're taking a couple of steps closer and closer through bushes and grassland, also feeling now the energy of this joint mission as the heart feels connect. Approaching up to the proximity where you can easily reach the left hand as it joins forces with the tribal member to your left, and also holding up your right hand as it finds the hand of a man, a woman, an elder, a child to your right, greeting you with the most radiant smile and a glimmering and glistering in the eyes. There are no words needed. No words, because everybody that is here knows that there is a joint intention. And so the circle of humans around Uluru becomes one living, breathing organism, taking a breath in together into the heart space, and then out the heart space, over the shoulders and over the arms and the hands, into the person to the right and the person to the left. So you are receiving and you are giving at the same time, feeling yourself as being breathed. And it doesn't really matter if you are breathing or if you are the one who's being breathed, because all is one, and one is all. And your inner eye lifts up into a bird's eye perspective, seeing this beautiful dance as the bodies sway from side to side, back and forth, just like the energy is orchestrating a sacred dance of the frequency, how it wants to flow through and move through the bodies that become tuning forks for the solar energy held and transmitted by Uluru in the middle. Seeing from above how this chain, the circle of people, becomes a membrane for a solar cell within the body of Gaia, the body of Earth, that is a cell within the solar plexus. And maybe you find your body swaying or circling. Just allow that to happen. That is a sign that the energy is moving through you and you're picking up the current. Don't fight it. Don't hold it back. If you feel that you want to stand up or want to move, want to walk, just feel into your medicine and the expression, how you are channeling this energy through you as part of the collective, knowing that there are thousands and thousands of people who are listening to this transmission at the same time and or in space-time, and we're all connected and we're all contributing to this alchemy and the transformation. So taking one more breath and giving your focused attention into your hands, where this connection with the other bodies is so strong. It feels very soft, yet the heart field, the frequency that is created running through all of us, connecting us together and also connecting us to Uluru, anchoring us into Gaia through our feet and anchoring us into the cosmos through our open crowns, is the anchor. That is the living force field. And that is so strong that nothing can break these chains. No untruth, no illusion, no distrust, nothing that veils, controls, or does not stand in the highest truth for creation can break through these barriers, can break through this human circle and the energy field that we have created. And I want you to lift up once more and just see from above how there is literally this plasma membrane that is cast as we, the humans, a living field, are holding this membrane around Uluru so that cell that I empower can form anew. So feeling yourself as that anchor, making yourself free and empty as that vessel of high frequencies to run through as you open your crown and allow the solar energy into your body and rays of power, the sunlight, Ra, all of the different spectrums of light that have also just recently been amplified by the Jupiterian energies of expansion, bringing all of that with the light codes, with the sacred light language that is falling down from the heavens into this huge vortex onto that sacred table mountain of Uluru. That hot pan, that frequency field, that stove, that oven, that is through its transmission itself, bringing that which needs to illuminate into illumination and fluorescence, and that which needs to burn, just simply allow it to be burned and dissolve right away. Maya amahea karyana stayatuya wa karya emahea bitu karya ashtayanewa. Opening your crown further and allowing all of this stream of liquid golden light traverse down your central column and find that grail in your solar plexus. So finding that hollow vessel, just like a very tiny cup in your solar plexus that is being filled with this talon, with the secrete that is coming directly down from source. This is your God, goddess essence, and allowing that to fill just like liquid honey that is coming directly from the star nations, from the center of the galaxy, infused with the codes of Sirius, Subdat, infused with the codes of a central sun, and whatever star nation you choose, dripping through the Milky Way and right into your crown, all the way into your solar plexus, filling up that I am vessel with the sacred source of who you truly are, and allowing that elixir to infuse and crack open every cell in your being with the I am remembrance of who you truly are. That star fire integrity. The fire, the water, the wind, the earth, all of the elements coming together, inviting the four corners of the universe and the compass, the four guardians of the galaxy in every little cell of your being, from the tips of your toes, all over your knees, your thighs, your kneecaps, into your hips and your pelvic bone, your coccyx, filling up your womb space, and then rising up, coming over the rib cage into your organs, the liver, the kidneys, the spleen, encircling your heart, finding the place in the Holy of the Holies in your heart, and also traveling up into your throat, informing the crystalline structure of your speech as you are speaking creation into form, erasing all the untruths that have been spoken, erasing all the clutter, the gossip, speaking only that which is true and aligned, bringing in these codes of remembrance into the sacred shell of your ears, your inner ear, into your amygdala, finding the central point in your brain, and from there distributing it into all of the brain cells, the stem, behind your eyelids, in your nostrils, breathing in and out, and then bringing it onto the palms of your hands, activating the solar I am power in your palm chakras, in and under your fingernails. Taking 3 deep breaths as you allow this energy to traverse all over your entire body in a sacred shape and the figure of 8, that infinity symbol connecting you with the finite and the infinite, connecting your soul, connecting your body, connecting all of the different layers of your becoming into the Merkaba, activating your light body fully. Rihanna, 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 yeah. Feeling the sacred eye, feeling the nous, this mandorla shape of the Vesica Pisces, the inner, that which is the shape, the formation that forms life when we as a human organism, when our cells divide, and that we allow to happen when we hold coexisting, contradicting truths in our bodies, 2 perspectives that can coexist at the same time, even though they might be and feel contradicting, constricting, limiting, allowing them to be accepting, and bringing them together to form the third, the divine child, the third consciousness. So seeing and feeling that around your own body as you lift up again, and you're feeling these collective eyes as the mandorla shape starts to take form in every and around every single guardian and steward that has positioned themselves around Uluru, and that shape rising up to form a new shape, just like giant tuskers that are raising and reaching all the way over Uluru, forming a dome to hold the energy and allow the energy to swirl around. This cauldron that is the purest alchemy of what we want, what we desire, what we are experiencing now as a collective. And we are all here to hold that which needs to be transformed, the collective pain, the collective separation, the collective sense of believing into fear, into illusion, into control schemes. And I want you to loosen the hands and just holding up the palms of your hands. So everybody in the circle, the whole human circle is holding up the palms of our hands as another mirror and sacred reflection plane for this energy. Raising up as this acknowledgement to I see you, and I feel you, I have felt you, I have been there too. And now it is time to transform for the highest good of all. For my highest good, for my children's highest good, for the highest good of my ancestors, and for the highest good of those who are walking after me. Feeling this alchemy happen in your own spine as well, as you are the living organism, and the codes are working through every one of us. So feeling the sun energy, the solar energy, with the sacred and central sun behind in the truth, allow this burning fire, this burning field to heat up the cells. Heat up your own cells as everybody in the circle is doing this, as also Uluru itself is becoming this stove with thousands and thousands of degrees. And even if you feel the heat, know that you are protected by the truth. You are sealed in the light. You are a vessel for the greatest good of all. And that alone gives you the capability to hold this massive energy, this massive influx of transformation and alchemy that is happening. Ooh, yeah, 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 breathing in and out and allowing this breath, bringing a little bit of air that is cooling the temperature down in your own body as you focalize the energies outside of you towards that new sun that has formed just with and around and inside Uluru. That solar plexus wheel that is starting to spin in all the different directions. And all of our hands are holding this energy in place so it doesn't get lost. It doesn't spiral into chaos and into falsities, but it is held into place. It is held in integrity so it can transform itself. It can look at itself from the outside and see that which needs to be stewarded into death, which needs to be offered as the most sacred offering to Gaia, so that she has a chance to bring forth the fertile I am. The I am that stands fully in the alignment for the next hundreds, thousands of years and millennia to come, so that we are able to build the structures, the communities, the family systems that are thriving in love, that are upholding the sacred framework of intention and integrity, that we become guardians of Ma'at, the sacred balance, over and over again. in gentleness and ease and grace. And this huge cauldron of energy cracks open into the ground. There is a crack just by the energetic pressure that has formed that all of a sudden releases all the energy into the earth. There's a crater that is forming in the belly of the Great Mother, in the belly of Gaia, where this energy can enter her body. So it flows down, merges with the magma, and goes into her deepest core, goes into and onto the beautiful crystal that she holds in her womb, in her belly, in her heart, and allows it to transform. So seeing all the energy, just like magma streams, again, like the luminescent colors of the different shades of red, of yellow, of orange, glimmering and glittering in the light, and allowing it to dissolve into the earth herself. And as soon as it fills up the crack, it becomes crystal, it becomes crystalline, it becomes new soil, it becomes fertile soil. And as quickly as that rift had opened, it is closing again. Gaia herself gratefully absorbing all of that energy into her belly, gestating it. Hearing and feeling some bowel movements as she digests all of the I ams that we have offered to her. And I want you to imagine that you are coming down on your knees and you're placing the palms of your hands on the ground, and maybe there is tears, sacred tears falling, the sacred waters of your own body that you are offering. Maybe there is any other personal offering that you would like to make through any body liquids as you exchange your DNA with Gaia, committing yourself to stewarding that planet that we call home, committing yourself to upholding nature and all beings that are alive on the planet, to create an environment where life is not only possible but thriving and coming into the highest expression, awareness, and consciousness that this planet has ever experienced. I am offering my sacred tears with a Ho'oponopono. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And now we're all standing up again and holding hands again, speaking this Ho'oponopono to one another, with Uluru as the sacred witness, an amplifier in the middle of our circle. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Feeling the release of this powerful prayer, As Uluru picks up all the forgiveness and the dome opens and the energies are spiraled as particles of light from this sacred reflector and table mountain onto the sun, and from the sun and from Sirius all the way back into every single heart, into every single human being, animal, and living creature on the planet, and Gaia herself. And as the energies become gentler, I want you to feel into this invisible net that has silently created itself from your heart, formed these plugs into every other heart, formed these plugs into Uluru, into the earth, connecting you with every plant, every creature, every human, every animal, every mineral, connecting you back with yourself. And so if there is anyone or anything on a personal level that you would like to forgive, I'm inviting you to speak a last Ho'oponopono prayer in silence. As I want you to imagine that this is being received. It's already forgiven. It is done, it is done, it is done. Seeing all of us sitting down in a cross-legged position around Uluru, chanting a sacred prayer, chanting a sacred song of homecoming and remembrance, as the forgiveness makes way to the joy and the excitement of that which we are here to build all together. And Uluru gives back sparkles and her very own song that is ringing in your bones as a reflection and reverberation, as a mirroring, as a confirmation of the work done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're taking a deep breath in through the crown of your head and sending it out your sacrum, where you are connected with the land, where you are connected with Gaia, held, cradled, and guided every step that you walk. Allowing the energies to dissolve as you slowly close your crown, and also bring all your 7 layers of becoming into the central column, closing your solar plexus to the extent that it feels comfortable to you, as the codes will still continue to work over the next couple of days and weeks, allowing all of that which was remembered to inform your personal, but also your environment, the collective that you are building, the powers, the source of your power. Remembering that you are Starfire incarnate. once more looking into the eyes of all the beautiful human beings, the sacred site oracles, the stewards, the earth listeners, the temple keepers, the lineage walkers, the road coast carriers, the mystic seekers, all that have come together in a joint mission to steer humanity, to steer Gaia into a golden age, one that is aligned, one that stands in truth and feeds oneness over separation. Giving thanks and gratitude to everyone who has supported this mission, bowing to Uluru and the Solar Plexus Chakra of Gaia for this beautiful transmission and this co-creation of remembrance of who we truly are and how we remember her and she remembers us, and how when we come into co-creation and a deeper connection with one another, we create for the greatest good, and we become vessels for the greatest good. As the landscape shifts, the dimensions shift, all the people in the sacred circle of community is dissolving, Uluru is dissolving, and Gaia turns herself into the spot. So you arrive once more to the place where you have started off this transmission, this meditation, this activation, taking a moment to really feel yourself on the ground. Maybe you want to put your hands on the ground, feeling the room that you're in, or just the place, the space that you decided to listen to this activation. You can say to yourself, I am here, I'm here, I'm here, and inviting you to tap your heart or your solar plexus to really come back into your body, placing both feet firmly on the ground, naming the place where you are. And if you can or want to, maybe also honoring the indigenous land you reside on. Taking a breath into your solar plexus and just very gently on the out breath, closing, contracting the solar plexus a little more to the extent that you feel you can comfortably walk through your day with that. And the same with your third eye, with your inner vision, deep breath in, and then on the out breath, closing it to the extent that you so choose, remembering that you can always, always, always turn up and down the volume. And then once again with your heart. Okay, and if you feel safe, when you feel safe that you have fully arrived back, then open your eyes again. Welcome back. Welcome back. Wow, that was powerful. Thank you so much for being a part of that, for that collective transformation. That was truly, truly something. And I would love to invite you, if this is something that, you've either done for the first time or not for the first time, it doesn't really matter. But one thing that I so passionately share about is that our body is a mirror of the earth, and our earth is a mirror of the body. So we all keep the same energetic signatures, and they are mirrored back so we can remember. And one very powerful certification training that is starting tomorrow when you're listening to this, that is coming out is Magdalene Reiki. I've done this a couple of times already, and every time that women join, they are just literally like flashed by the remembrance of the capabilities of their body. So you can really understand how you are the oracle all the time and how your body is speaking to you, transmitting, receiving energy all the time, and come from a place of really consciously co-creating, because we are doing that all the time. The thing is just that we are not conscious of it. And so if you still feel that you would want to join us, then send me a message. And I would love to welcome you in the circle. It's a 7-week ceremonial initiation into Magdalene Reiki, where you will also get familiar with the energetic signature, not just of your own body, but also of certain symbols that probably have been accompanying you for a very long time without actually knowing it. So if this is something that speaks to you, please send me a message, and I would love to welcome you in the circle. All right, Sacred Seekers. Thank you so much for being part of that. And I would love to hear from you. Send me one sentence via email or Instagram or in the comments below on what you remembered through Uluru and this transmission. And with this, we are weaving a web of light and rippling that out even to people who haven't listened to the transmission. And if you have a friend who'd enjoy this transmission as well, then send it to them, share it. And if you like the show, then you do me a big, big, big favor if you leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. As always, may you remember that you are Starfire incarnate, and I'll see you next time.